a video. Shh. Hey guys, it is my crafting home and garden with Marion, and Trip here is with me. The place that is up, as you can see, a lot of new things are happening back here. I think I have a before video on one of my playlists. I think my house to home playlist. So if you kind of want to see what this backyard looked like before, you can check that out. But today we're not talking about the backyard. Today we are talking about my garden. And I finished well, as much as I'm going to do for now, I finished the in-ground garden in the back. And in the front, I'm going to show you the front porch garden. Not too much going on. Well, there's a lot going on. That one's a little weedy, but we're not doing that today because I just finished taking care of this back one. I will say that I am going to be doing mulch and hay around it. You know, it's just one step at a time. I am sweating because the sun is down now, but it is still pretty hot. So there's the back. Let me flip the camera around so you guys can stop looking at me and see the garden. So here's a big overview of the garden. If you remember, this area was like a small kind of flower bed overcome with weeds that didn't really have any purpose. So this area kind of got tilled out completely and it became my veggie and herb garden. I do want to add more herbs or just an herb row. I'm thinking at the end I'm going to add a complete herb row to the garden, and that way I can have like all my fresh herbs continuously and then kind of sporadically put in some herbs out the garden. So we're going to start on this side. This is the newest side that I planted the last couple weeks, and we're going to work our way up to the other side. Pretty much everything out of here I grew by seed except for the eggplant and the herbs starting here. Now 2 different times in here. But everything else is grown by seed. So you guys can totally do this on a budget. You don't need to go spend hundreds of dollars on plants. You can definitely grow by seed. And we'll talk through everything. This row right here is a tomato row. Now I had planted these by seeds a long time ago and they came up very slowly. This weather has been kind of all over the place. So I decided, well, why not just put you in the ground? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And I have some more bean seeds going. Here is the broccoli. Now I started the broccoli way in the springtime thinking it would produce and do better, but it really didn't do anything. So I just kind of put it in the ground in hopes that it will do something. This one's starting to grow. I'm hoping as we have one more month of super hot weather and then it starts to cool down a little bit in September, just a little bit, but you know, we'll see what happens. But if you look on either side of this arch here, I have pole beans, and my hope is that they will grow up all the way around the arch here, and then we'll have beans to pick. So that's that. And I have one leftover broccoli plant here. Like I said, they did nothing this entire season and now they're producing. These are 2 different squash plants. The butternut squash, as you can see, when I transplanted these, they just really went like in a shock. But the leaves are starting to kind of come back a little bit more. And if I don't break it all, and they're looking a little bit better. So that's good news for that. The lettuce I have been eating on a lot. So these look really good. In here we have more squash growing, butternut squash. You see my eggplant peeking through there. Let's go to the next row. Oh, I have a little tomato that I just plopped in between those 2. They were left over from the row over here. My squash, the eggplant, step back please, hon, step back. And then this row is pepper, thyme, pepper, pepper. Here's pepper, tomato, pepper, tomato. So that's that row. And yes, I still use a sprinkler and it's water it just fine. This is the pepper plant here. I'm starting to see some flowers. I'm pretty excited about that. Tomato is finally producing a little tomato right there, which is exciting. Pepper, tomato. I have no idea what this one is. I found it growing in one of my pots and I forgot to label it. So surprise plant, thyme. And this is another squash growing around the eggplant. I'm kind of training it to go just here and around in this kind of loop. My goal is to have these walkways. One of the things I've learned from growing over the years, it's important to be able to have space to be able to walk in between your plants and tend to them. It's no use to have all these plants jam-packed. Like having a row here makes it difficult because these squash plants grow out. And it makes it hard to go in and pick when you have things compacted and so tightly together. So my goal this year was to make sure I have space in between the rows or what have you as much as possible to get in. And then the corn, I had more corn growing here. We had a bad storm, the whole thing fell apart. They literally just blew out, and then the rest of them died, so I took them out. But if you look here, here's a bee. Here we have corn growing. You can see these silks growing. So that's 3. Nope, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 growing. So, we'll see how this goes. This is another squash plant. Beautiful big leaves. Beautiful big leaves. Growing really good. I'm going to take you guys around to the other side. This is my mystery plant. And it's beans. It's a bush bean. How exciting. That's a bush bean. Eggplant. Did I tell you guys about this row? I don't remember, but there's eggplant. Let's go over here so you can see it better. Eggplant. But yeah, this is the in-ground garden. This used to be a flower bed overtaken by weeds when first moving into this particular house. But now it is a mini vegetable garden. I don't really plan on extending this anymore. This is a good enough size for me because I think future plan. I'm not going to walk all the way back there, but back here is where we plan on really doing a larger garden because that gets full sun the entire time and it's kind of out of the way too. So I think we can do some really big stuff. But I did a video showing you guys back there, so go check my garden playlist. So this is it for the in-bed garden right here. So now we're going to go to the front porch and I'm going to show you what's going on in the front porch. Daylilies are blooming. I brought these from the townhouse. How pretty. Roses, I'm going to pluck those and make rose water. This is the front garden bed. This one needs to be weeded and taken care of. But look how tall these tomatoes are growing. I have been trying to keep them pruned. This one broke off, so what I ended up doing was putting it in some water over here to help it sprout. And then we have rosemary and basil. Some pretty flowers. And these are mums. These are mums from last year. Bought them clearance. Cut them down and then they're growing back beautifully. I took 2 cucumbers off. If I remember, I'll include a video, but I have flowers growing everywhere. These are little cherry tomatoes. This is from a variety seed pack. Everything in here is grown by seed. This is a variety tomato seed pack. Let me see if I can find. Here we go. Tomato. This is a pepper plant. There's a tomato. So I pretty much did pepper, tomato, pepper, tomato, pepper, tomato, pepper, tomato. And behind here, these are sunflowers. And I probably should have put these in the ground first to let these get established because now the tomatoes are shading them out. But they do seem to be peeking through. So I may get some sunflowers in. Mums. I'm in the front. Flowers I grew from a wildflower seed packet. So that's exciting. I have 2 cucumber. Yep, no, I have 3 cucumber plants. 1, 2, 3. And here you can see a lot of baby cucumbers and flowers growing. I had to encourage it to come over here because it was smothering my tomato, not my tomato, but my pepper plant. sunflowers. So they're peeking through. They're trying to get some sun. They're peeking through here. So yeah, the cucumbers have flowers growing, and peppers will be growing soon on these flowers. But I do need to get in here and weed. But yeah, this is my garden tour. I hope you guys enjoy this tour. I'm going to leave you here. It's a really pretty flower. But grow your own food, guys. Grow your flowers, grow your herbs. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.